Look right there. I look at you, people. You are there.
So currently we're sitting here at the Lake Mead recreational area. This particular spot is called Government Wash. And it is windy as hell here today.
And a few days ago.
And a few days ago. So, this was my first time in Nevada, and we had decided that it was going to be easier and also closer to come straight up here from Lake Havasu City, visit Las Vegas, go to Lake Mead, and then when it's time to go down to the Arizona Hot Springs and ultimately like Grand Canyon on her way home, then I can just dip back down into Arizona and finish up all the different little sites that I had planned to see for myself there. So that's kind of the reason why we're here. Now, here's the thing about the Lake Mead recreational area. I had read plenty of reviews on Compendium that said, yo, you can stay there for free, no big deal. But there is a trick involved. It's not really all that ethical, but, you know, it's not illegal. And the trick is that if you show up here to the area, if you come in after 5 p.m., there's no one manning the gate, so you just come right in. But otherwise, it's going to be $25 if someone's manning the gate for up to 7 days.
But I didn't know that, so I've paid the $25 for 7 days.
It's true, she did. Because I tried asking the guy, you know, because I heard that you could have up to 2 vehicles on one National Parks Pass. Because I had to stop in Las Vegas with my full rig at basically a strip mall. It wasn't even a strip mall. It was kind of like, I don't know. It was in a nicer portion of Las Vegas. And I had to pull my whole rig into the place and stop at REI and pick up a National Parks Pass. Because I know that I'm going to be hitting about 6 different national parks within a very, very short period of time. So it just made a lot more sense for me to do that.
And $80 for a year is very
cheap. For me, yeah, it's very, very cheap. Like, I think that's a win-win.
Camp in all those very beautiful places for...
It's true.
It's almost free, finally. $80 is nothing for a year. If you live like this often, I mean, all the time.
So after I picked up the National Parks Pass, we drove in, and of course, like I said, I tried to get them to let 2 vehicles in on the same National Parks Pass. That was bad info, so don't listen to that. If anyone tells you that, that's wrong. She pulled in behind me, and obviously they were like, let me see your pass, and she was like, I don't have one. And they were like, okay, well, give me $25 and I will give you 7 days. Mm-hmm. So that's what she ended up having to do. And
no choice.
But we've already been here past 7 days, and no one has come around to hassle us, I don't think.
Maybe the second vehicle has to be like a car or something like this.
Maybe. But on Compendium, someone has put down the little trick that if you come after 5 p.m., you can get back here for literally nothing because no one's there to collect your money. So after you get through the ranger station, you'll drive about 6 miles back here to Government Wash. And there is plenty of camping. The problem is that after you get off the main road and you get out of the parking lot, all the roads are undeveloped. It is all gravel, and some of it is extremely loose because I got stuck again and had to be towed out. Unfortunately, I did not record any of that, mainly because I was just trying to help the other people that were trying to help me. So we were digging and pulling and yanking and shush. I
lost my traction aids.
She lost her traction aids. They're like snowshoes that you put under the wheel of your vehicle, and yeah, they just got buried in the sand. They just vaporized. We dug for them for probably an hour, going back and like looking, and they just weren't there.
It's not exaggeration at all.
Not exaggeration.
An hour.
Yeah, we kept going back and looking.
Yeah, you took an hour digging for my traction aids. Huh?
And walking up and down the trails that I left with my big ass tires.
You did not.
I did.
Oh no.
For 1 hour.
It's not true.
It's true.
He searched for 5 minutes.
That's a lot. So, aside from getting stuck, like I said, there's plenty of camping around here. There are lots of little aisles and little fingers that kind of go out into the water. You can kind of tell where you're supposed to drive and where you're not. Some of it is more obvious than others. Some of this is like really, really hard quartz. So, most of it, anyone with a 4-wheel drive can handle this stuff back here easy peasy. If you have a 2-wheel drive, you can still probably handle most of it. And if you were coming back here with a travel trailer, I've seen more than enough travel trailers. I am looking right now at several Class A's that aren't out here as far as I am, but they are out here in the more treacherous parts. Like, so they drove down the hill, they're back here, and they don't look scared to me. Do they look scared to you?
No.
That like took real, like, do they look scared or don't they?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever she said. And when you finally get back here, it is gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. Depending on how far you go out will determine how much of the Lake Mead that you see. Because the first couple nights when we stayed on a piece of big quartz or whatever, we couldn't see the water at all because it was still too kind of far. And that's
beautiful though.
And that's just right over there. It's like not even that far. But as soon as we drove up one more like little campsite, we're maybe 200 yards away from that spot, and we have full view of the entire area where we're sitting at. We can see the entire thing of water. We can see both sides of the mountains. We can see everything from this one spot. And we could even get a little bit closer if we had the cojones to do so. So obviously, when you first get into an area, the first thing you want to do is go exploring. So that's what we did. What are you doing?
Fucking let me go.
Ain't nobody hold you back. Look at you in your flip-flops.
Yes, I want to swim.
And my dog's messy paws. Dude, you got, look at your paws.
I will not be able to climb that with them.
What you talking about you ain't gonna be able to climb that with those? It ain't because of that, it's because you're...
This is all wet.
Oh my God, look, did you see this bee? This bee staring at you?
It's staring at you.
My shoes feel a little moist. I just want to thank you deeply for bringing me this way. I mean, we drudged through this. That was nice. His flip-flops. What? Shit, and this drunk ass is gonna try and walk up.
I'm not a drunk ass.
Walk up the hill. Dude, that's some hippie feet right there. Nobody can do that. Serious. That's almost impossible to do. No mere human, unintoxicated, can do this. And yet she's making it happen. Oh my God. Look at these paws. You look a fright, my friend. Look, y'all look like y'all matching. Look at this. It's nice. Look. He's like showing his off. He's like, look at mine. Y'all ain't got nothing on that.
I wasn't drunk.
She was intoxicated.
I was not.
And obviously, because we're in such close proximity to Las Vegas, we spent a night there as well, checking out the Las Vegas Strip.
Say what's up, hello, hola. Out with the yo, say au revoir. I got all kinds of wow. I make it go bang, boom, pow. I got the magic touch. everybody's latest crush. I'm supersized, larger than life. Welcome to the jungle, to the wild side. I got to show you what I'm all about. I got something, I got to show you how. I got to show you what I'm all about. I got something for you. Just watch how I do it. Let me show you what I do. What I do. Just watch how I do it. Yeah, this is how I do it. How I do it. I got to show you. Let me show you what I do. What I do. Just watch how I do it. Yeah, this is how I do it. How I do it.
Now,
This place
is
a beautiful place to camp for a long time, as much as you want, I would say. I don't know about
There's
the
a-
pictures. But anyways, it's really worth the detour.
the detour. Yeah. There's technically a 15-day camping limit, but Nevada has a different system than what Arizona uses. Arizona says that you must move a minimum of 25 miles away from the last boondocking spot that you were at. Nevada says that you only have to move 1 mile away from your last spot, which makes it much, much easier to go from one small location to the other, because it's not very hard to get a mile away. They basically are just trying to get you far enough away that you're not hogging up the best camping spots for long periods of time. Now, from a videographer and a photographer standpoint, this place has views for days. So if you are coming out here and you're looking for some interesting landscape, if you're looking for some interesting rock formations, there's plenty of it. Not to mention proximity to Las Vegas and Henderson, Nevada. You're right here, maybe 20 minutes away, maybe 40 minutes away from literally the Strip. If you drive, sane like I do. Like, I'm not much of a wild child driver or anything, so it's very, very easy to get right inside of either Henderson for supplies. There's Walmart there, lots of grocery stores, anything you could want. And of course, like I said, if you're here for the debauchery, Vegas is just about another 20-minute drive up 215? There's an Interstate 215 that kind of loops the city, and then you go straight up down to the Strip. You're good to go. Also, there's a ton of water access down here. There's a boat ramp, so if you do happen to have a boat, or you have a kayak, or a canoe, or anything of that sort, it's water, so you can bring it, and you can ski, you can surf. We saw jet skis yesterday. We've seen fishing boats over the last couple of days. Plenty of people have been out here enjoying this little cove that happens to meet right up with the government wash area. And apparently it's deep enough that, you can do any of those activities, no problem. And if you happen to not be so much of a water person and you're more of a hiker, there was I think it's called like Mountain Pass Loop. I'll put the name of it right here at the bottom of the screen. But it is a full 10-mile loop that you can do. So that would be a full 20 miles. I don't know if it goes all the way around to the very beginning again. Again, I'll put the whole thing here so that you can see it. But I know for a fact that it is a full 10-mile loop around the area. So if you happen to be a hiker, there's hiking here too. For you people that are digital nomads, people that are trying to get some work done, perfect. Literally perfect cell signal here. I'm on T-Mobile with an unlimited package, so I can get as much work done here as possible. It feels like I'm a million miles away. I have the lake, the mountains, the desert, wild animals, campfires, the whole nine, but I have excellent cell service.
Yeah, it's a perfect place to live for people like us.
Digital nomads, especially in the wintertime.
Digital nomads,
but anyone that needs the internet, anyone that does any kind of work remotely, this would be an excellent home base, mainly because the cell signal is so good. And with the rule that you only have to move 1 mile away, it's really easy to do that move and still have access to that really good internet. She has AT&T. What was your signal like?
Well, it was good. I never had problem anywhere I went with AT&T, actually. He had more problems than me.
But she also don't be uploading no videos and stuff onto YouTubes.
No, I don't. But I watch Netflix.
So streaming is perfectly fine here as well. I did both YouTube, I've done Netflix, and I've also done Amazon Prime Video. All of them streamed, literally no buffing, not a single solitary time. Now for the biggest downside of this particular place, lots of trash. Lots of disposed bottles, mainly broken glass. It does get windy up here, so I'm not going to blame it on everyone as far as the trash is concerned, on people just being assholes. A lot of it maybe just got blown away from the campsite and it was really hard to keep up or catch it before it blew away. So if you happen to see any trash, you could easily pick it up if you walk past it. I've tried picking up several shards of glass, if nothing else, just to keep all of our furry friends, dogs, cats, and all that stuff from cutting their feet. But, I mean, it's pretty much everywhere. The glass, I don't excuse. The loose trash, like a bag or maybe a paper towel or something like that, I don't have such a big issue with. But there's dumpsters right up here, like 6 of them. As you first pull in, you could easily bag up your garbage and drop that stuff off. They also have toilets here, full running water, flushing toilets, no showers. But they're way up there at the front at the parking lot. So, you know, if you don't have a self-contained unit, at least you have an option if you have to really, really go, and you don't have to do it in a cat hole. At any rate, thanks again for watching yet another riveting episode here on the Avion Awesome channel. I'm your host, Mark Puckett, and we'll see you guys again on the next one. Peace.